What's going on YouTube? So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to meal prep for weight loss for beginners. Now, one of the most difficult things for people to do is stick to a diet or stick to their meal plan. And the reason for that is because they simply do not prep ahead of time. So you might get to the middle of the week and you tell yourself, all right, I'm going to eat healthy, but life happens, you get busy, and then you go and get McDonald's because you run out of time to prepare the night before. So we're going to prepare food for the entire week so that you can accomplish your fitness goals and achieve all your weight loss goals. If you like videos like this on meal prepping and getting in shape, please like the channel. It helps get this video out to more people and helps my channel to grow. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. So let's get started. We're going to start off with cooking chicken breast first. We're going to cook it in the oven because that's going to take the longest for us to cook. So we're actually going to start prepping that now. So I'm going to take you all over to watch me clean the chicken. I'm going to be using the boneless, skinless chicken breast. Got this bag from Aldi, very affordable. So unlike a lot of other big fitness YouTubers, I'm not sponsored by a company where I can get like a subscription for my chicken. So we are going to stick with Aldi. All right, so we're gonna rinse it off now. So before I season the chicken, let me be sure to wash my hands. Really good. All right, hands are clean now. So before we season the chicken, we're going to preheat the oven to 375. All right. So while that's preheating, let's get the seasoning that we'll be using. Do the adobo. And let's see if there's anything else we want to use. I think we're good with the adobo, so let's go ahead and season both sides of the chicken breast. What this little piece gonna do. But the good thing is I'll be weighing everything out, so that will serve a purpose. Flip it over. All right, so the chicken is ready. So we're gonna let the oven preheat. And while the oven is preheating, we're going to go ahead and start getting our other ingredients ready. I'll talk to you all about that. So I'll be doing black beans as well. And I will also be doing jasmine rice. So the good thing about this meal prep video is I will not be eating the same thing every day. I'm going to alternate days. So like one day it'll be chicken breasts for lunch with Jasmine Rice and veggies. And then the next day it will be plant-based meat, which we have beefless ground beef, which I'm going to cook also with the black beans and a veggie. So I'm going to alternate my days that way. While this preheats, let me get everything else set and I will show you all how I prep everything else. All right, one last thing I forgot to do before putting the chicken breast in the oven is to spray it with some oil. So spray the chicken breast and the foil. And yes, I did wash my hands because I realized I was touching the chicken breast and everything I touched did get wiped down with the wipe in case anybody has anything smart to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray the chicken in the foil, which will help the chicken breast get brown. All right, so we are good there. The oven is almost done preheating. So while it does that, this is the ultimate beefless ground that I was telling you all about. This is a plant-based meat, so I've been doing a lot better job of not eating meat every day, and this actually tastes better than ground beef in my personal opinion. You all should give it a try. We get this from Target, so check it out. Let me know what you all think. So once I put the chicken breast in the oven, it has to go in the oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. And while it's in the oven, I'll start cooking this, and then I'll start getting the jasmine rice ready, which is what this pot is for. And then I'll get the black beans ready, which is what this pot is for. But I'll have plenty of time to get everything else ready while the chicken breast is cooking. So gonna wait for the oven to finish preheating, and then we're going to really get down to the cooking. All right, so the oven is done preheating. Let's go ahead and put this in there. It's supposed to be in here for 40 to 50 minutes, so we'll do 45 minutes. Go ahead and set that timer. All right, so we are good to go. Now, while that is getting ready, let's go ahead and get these other items prepped. All right, now let's go ahead and get ready to prepare the ultimate beefless ground. Going to just pour a little bit of this olive oil in here. Don't spill it. I'll just pour some in the cap. Then put it in there. Go ahead and get oil all on my hands. Go ahead and turn the stove on. And let me show you all what I'm using. Sunflower oil and extra virgin olive oil. So be careful when you're pouring this in the pan, because amount per serving is 130 calories. And one serving size is 1 tablespoon. So please be aware of that. It's 14 grams of fat, but the saturated fat is only 2 grams. So it's high in the polyunsaturated fat and mono unsaturated fat, which is a good thing. If it was high in saturated fat, you probably wouldn't want to be using it. So
I think what you used was like a tablespoon, maybe even less. If you just put like half a cup, so you're good.
Okay, so my wife confirmed that I'm good. Her eyes better than mine, so make sure get the oil all around. All right, so I'm going to just do the entire bag of the ultimate beefless ground. My hands have oil all over them right now. I probably should wipe them. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let me wipe my hands, and then we're going to start preparing the ultimate beefless ground. All right, so I'm good now. I've got it open. Had to use some scissors because I had oil all over the bag. So let's go ahead and dump that all in there. All right, so I'm breaking it up because it was obviously frozen. Try not to make a mess. Made a little bit of a mess on the stove right there. Not too bad. All right. So we got everything broken up now. Let's go ahead and start getting the seasonings done. Set this right here. All right, so first up, we're going to do some adobo. Just gonna go ahead and season it. All right. Then next up, we're going to do some onion powder. Then we'll do garlic salt. And then going to do pepper and salt. Oop. Drop the top for the pepper, it's all good. Pick it up. All right, that's good on the pepper. And then just a little bit of salt. Okay, that's good on the salt. All right, so we're going to let this cook. And then I'm gonna wait a little while before doing the black beans and the jasmine rice because those won't take too long to cook. And then for the veggies are frozen, so that will be the very last thing that I cook. So I'll show you all when I start whipping it up. But until then, we're gonna let it cook for a little bit, and then I'll get back to it when it's time to whip everything up. Do want to get the seasonings everywhere, so I'm whipping it a little faster than I thought I would be. Start whipping it 10 seconds after I said that last line. It's all good though. All right. All right, so now we can start preparing the jasmine rice. Going to, again, put about a tablespoon of the olive oil in here. All right. And for the jasmine rice, I enjoy the taste of it, but if you want to do something like a brown rice or quinoa, or however people say it. Some people say, well, no, I'm gonna say quinoa because I don't want to butcher the name the other way. You all can do any of those, but you know, personally, I'm a fan of jasmine rice. I do mix things up, but for this week, we will be doing jasmine rice. So I'm actually going to do. I'm actually gonna do 3 cups of the jasmine rice. All right. That wasn't the cleanest approach. A little bit spilled on the stove, but you all get the idea. So now I'm gonna put some water in here, and then I'm going to let this start cooking. All right, so I got the water in here, 3 cups of jasmine rice. This will take a little minute to cook as well. All right, so with the jasmine rice, it's gonna stir it up a little bit. Like I said, this will take a little while to cook, so I will let this sit and get going. Now with the ultimate beefless ground, that cooks very fast. Like it's pretty much already done. So I'll just have it on 2, but I'm gonna put it on low. Made sure to, get the seasoning all around everywhere, because there were a couple of big pieces that had all seasoning on it. So went ahead, chopped it up, and yeah, like I said, this is pretty much done. So probably will start putting this in the containers here shortly, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer, probably like 5 more minutes with it on low, and then I'll let it cool down some and then start putting it in the containers to get it ready for the week. All right, so I will be back once the Jasmine Rice starts making some moves, and then we'll probably do the beans in like probably the next 15 minutes. And then, like I said earlier, the veggies will be last. But yeah, this is very simple, very basic. And while all this is going on, our chicken breast is cooking in the oven. So this is going to get us right for the week. All right, so the Jasmine Rice is getting ready. Just stirring it up a little bit. And what I'm going to do now is add some salt to it. Not a lot, just a little bit of salt. All right. That's plenty. And as you all can see, the ultimate beefless ground is pretty much done. Have the stove just on low right now, letting it just finish up. But this cooks pretty fast, so just a heads up there, I'll be getting ready to put this in containers soon. Actually, can probably turn that off because that's done. All right, then the Jasmine Rice will take, anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to cook. So shortly, I'm going to start getting the black beans ready. But keep in mind, while all this is going on, the chicken breast is in the oven. It's still 26 minutes left. So by the time the chicken breast is done, everything else will be complete. So this does not take long at all. A lot of people think that this is a tedious process, and it's really not. You just have to be efficient. All right, so I will be back once the Jasmine Rice gets closer to getting done and I get ready to start prepping the black beans. All right, so now let's get ready to prep the black beans. I'm going to put just a little bit of oil. Not even gonna do the full cap. All right, just go ahead and get turned on. Now I have 2 cans of black beans out, but just need 1 can. Oops. Pulled it too hard. I don't know my own strength sometimes. Right. And black beans are going to be a great source of fiber. So definitely incorporate some type of beans into your diet. And then just gonna add some onion powder here. And then I'm probably going to, I would say I'm probably going to change shirts, but I'll keep the video authentic for you all. We'll keep it raw and uncut. All right, so we got the black beans going. The ultimate beefless ground is done. So I'm gonna start putting that in some containers. But before I do that, let me just mix this up some. All right. So now we're gonna let that cook. And then our Jasmine Rice is doing well. We actually turned it down to low here because the water started boiling. Now we're just letting that cook. All right, so the ultimate beefless ground is done. And just to show you all the package here, 1 serving is going to be 3/4 cup or 87 grams. And in 1 serving, you get 110 calories. 2 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbs, 18 grams of protein. All right, as you all can see here, I have my scale, so I know exactly how much I will be eating. So I'll give you all an example of me weighing it out for just one container. You all will get the idea after this. I won't need to do it for each container. So take this here, then we'll be sure to zero it out so it's on 0 grams. And let's go ahead and measure it out. Remember folks, calories in and calories out is how you are going to determine your weight loss phase, along with other things. I should have said your total daily energy expenditure, but you still need to know how many calories you're consuming. A lot of people, there's been a lot of debate about that recently online, but I'm not even gonna get into my thoughts on that. Alright, so we're doing more than one serving here. To about 130 grams. 131 grams. That's close enough. So I do a little more than one serving. I do, typically about 130 to 140 grams, just kind of depending on what my goals are at the time. So for that container, about 130 grams. So when the beans are done, I'll be adding beans here, and then last but not least, I'll be adding the veggies. But the good thing about the Ultimate Beefless Ground is you can mix the beans in with that and it tastes phenomenal. So actually, I know I said I'll just show you all me weighing out one container, but let's go ahead and do it for the next one also. Let's go ahead and zero it out. And be sure that you all are setting it to 0 each time, because that will cause your measurements to be off. Kind of doing this at a weird angle. I probably should have got on the other side of my wife, but it's all good. I forgot I wasn't left-handed for a second. Let's see if we can get right on 130. Almost there. Come on. Boom. 130. All right. This is the start of 2 days worth of lunch. So like I said, once the beans are done, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, let me do that now. And leaving them stranded. So let's get some whipping going. But yeah, I'll be mixing the beans in there when they're done. And then we got 8 minutes left now on the chicken breast, so we are almost done. All right, so once these are done and once the Jasmine Rice is done, I will be back to show me prepping everything else. All right, so the black beans are done. I threw away the container the can for the black beans that I use. So I'm going to show you all the nutrition facts for this one. Same thing. Its serving size is going to be half a cup, which is 130 grams. And within one serving, it's 120 calories, 0.5 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, 6 grams of dietary fiber, which is great, and then 7 grams of protein. I cannot stress this enough. You all need to be getting your beans in. There's people that don't like beans, but it's so many different variations of beans. You can find some beans you like, trust me. All right, so let me just double check, 130 grams. So we are going to, once again, put it here. We're going to zero that out. And I'm telling you all, this is delicious. Alright, so we're at 132 grams. It's close enough. So that's one container. Let's go ahead and do the other container. And then the chicken is almost done. There's 2 minutes left on that. So this is like perfect timing. The rice just finished as well, so we are doing good. Alright, 141 grams right there, which is okay. So that's a little more than a serving. Perfectly fine. I'm not worried about hitting my macros or calories exactly right now. Now, if I was prepping for a show or something, that would be different, but as long as I get it within range, I am good. I want to have at least one serving, and I'm a little bit over one serving here. So we're good with the beans. You all see, got it mixed in. That's 2 lunches right there once we got the veggies. So the chicken is about to be done. So once that's done, I'm gonna take it out and then I will prep the rest of the containers. Stay tuned. All right, so now it's time to get the other days of the week ready for my meal prep. So for this, it's going to be jasmine rice and chicken breast in this container, and then obviously I'm going to add a veggie as well. So let's start with doing the jasmine rice. And for the jasmine rice, we're going to do 180 grams. All right, so I zeroed it out already. Now let's go ahead and get it cracking. Turn this sideways. There we go. All right. 177. Let's see if we can get to exactly 180. Let's see. Come on. Oh, playing with my emotions. Just a little bit. Yes. All right, got 180. So that's that. And then we're going to zero it out. Veggies already. All right, now that we zeroed it out, we're actually going to do the chicken breast now, but we're going to measure this in ounces. So let me change the unit on the scale. And let's go ahead and grab one of these big pieces here. .8 for my chicken breast. Right now I do anywhere between 8 to 10 ounces. So this little piece here might actually come in handy for me. Let's see. 6.5. I need to cut this in half. 7.1. I guess I could have used that whole piece. All right, 7.8. That's close enough. Close enough to 8. So we are good here. And I have extra containers because, like for the ultimate beefless ground, since I'm mixing that with the black beans, it's okay for me to put that in one side. But with my chicken breast and my rice, I don't mix them. So I'll just put the veggies in a separate container on these days. So I'm going to do the same thing for this container with the chicken breast and the rice. You all get the idea. I won't make you watch me do that. And then once I'm doing that, I'll begin adding the veggies. So stay tuned. So got the meals ready for Monday through Friday. So Monday we got chicken breast, rice, and then we'll have the veggie added here shortly. Tuesday we got the ultimate beefless ground, black beans, and broccoli. Wednesday back to chicken breast and rice. Thursday ultimate beefless ground, black beans, broccoli. Friday chicken breast, rice, and the veggie. So it should be 2 servings left in here, and I'm curious because it feels kind of low, so I'm gonna weigh this out. And this, if there is 2 servings, we'll still need another veggie for our 5th and final day, and I'll show you all what we'll be having for that. But I'm curious, so this should be 170 grams left if their math is correct on the nutrition label. So let's just see how accurate they are because I'm curious. And I just put this in the separate Tupperware container because I said with the rice and chicken breast, I don't mix those 2 together. So I'll just, put this broccoli in its own container and measure out 1 serving, 1 cup for the day that I'm having it. All right, so we're looking for, I can probably just actually pour this in there, honestly. Let's see if we get 170 grams or anything close to it. Oh, we did. Okay. So that lets you all know about my eyes. All right, so 177 grams. Oh, not bad. It's moving some. Oh, the back touched it. It's very sensitive. So 177 grams. So this is actually 2 servings of broccoli in here. So what I will typically do is on the day that I'm having chicken breast and rice, I'll measure out 1 serving to go with my lunch out of this container, and then I'll also use it for the next day when I have my chicken breast and rice. So for this example, I'll use it on Monday and then I'll use it again on Wednesday. All right, so we are good for 4 out of the 5 days. Now let me find the top for this. Okay, and then I will be showing y'all. Oh, and if you all want to get Tupperware containers, just get it from the dollar store, Dollar Tree. Save yourself some money. Don't spend a lot on that. All right, I'll be back to show you all the last veggie I'm having for Friday. Now for Friday, what I'll do is I have some baby spinach here, and I will make like a chicken salad. So I will mix the chicken in here, and I will just add like some light dressing, just 1 serving of dressing, because dressing does tend to have a lot of calories depending on what dressing you use. And I'll eat that with the chicken breast and then the rice on the side. So baby spinach, another great low calorie food that is going to be filling for you. And then I'll actually show you all some dressing that I would use. Now, if I was really cutting down, I like to use what's called Newman's Own, which is a very good tasting low calorie dressing, but right now I'm not doing anything too drastic. I actually need to get some more, but this is the dressing I'll use, and like I said, I'll measure it out. The olive oil balsamic vinaigrette dressing, and just pour some of that, measure it out like I said, pour some of that on the baby spinach and the chicken, and then have the rice, and then you have your meal prep for the week for weight loss. And then last but certainly not least, you still have some leftover rice, still had a little bit leftover ultimate beefless ground. So with the rice, I will put that in this container here, well, probably won't fill it up, but that will still get me through the rest of the week. As far as like dinner's concerned, I just will need to add a protein source, and then the veggies, I can just warm that up because I'm eating the frozen vegetables. And once I finish loading this up, I am good to go for the week for lunch. And then for breakfast, what I typically have, I work out in the morning, so after my workout, I have the banana here. So I'll have a banana and a protein shake and some creatine. And I have a lot of watermelon in a Ziploc bag that I eat. So that's pretty much already prepared for me. And then on the weekends, I'll probably have like oatmeal or something like that. So if you're interested in seeing what I have for breakfast and for dinner, let me know in the comment section below. Like the video. I hope you all found this video helpful for your meal prep for the week. You know, we're good Monday through Friday. We're sticking to our goals, and we're going to achieve this weight loss. So once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.